Let's go through the Reddits. All right. Arcane Season 2 trailer's out. Arcane Season 2.
Your counsel is dead.
You walk along the edge of danger.
I wonder who's doing the music for it.
Must be met with wrath.
I wonder who's doing the music for it.
You will have justice.
They got the Piltover guns. The Piltover tech.
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx. Dismantle Shimmer.
And find the rats.
And neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
Damn, what is that character there?
My sister is gone.
Heimerdinger, he's gonna play a big part. Warwick is gonna play a big part.
Has to end.
6-item Caitlyn. Damn.
Jinx! Finally got the name right.
It's because she kept calling her Powder, right? Now she called her Jinx. So apparently the series, it's coming to an end in season 2. That's it. Season 2 and it's over. That's it. Done. Crazy, no? 2 seasons done. They're gonna be making so much more other stuff. They're making tons of other series. All right, chat. I tweeted about this, but basically there's a new Immortals Legend statue of Ahri that you can buy on the Riot Korea website. You can buy a statue of her. It's $250. The skin in game is $500. So you can pay half price for that. Oh my god. Are you kidding, bro? I'd buy that any day over the skin. All right, Arcane Season 2 Arcane ends with Season 2. All right, LoL Esports has a new format. Let's go through it. There's a big change in LoL Esports, okay? TLDRs, there is going to be a 3rd international event next year in March, okay? So basically what's happening is, I'll try and break it down. Every region in the world is going to go to a 3-split format. It's going to be winter, spring, and summer. Every region. At the end of winter, there'll be a tournament in March, this new international tournament. At the end of spring, there'll be MSI in July. At the end of summer, there'll be Worlds in October, November. It's the VCT lock-in Masters Champions. It's probably going to be something called lock-in. This new international event will be Fearless Draft, which is, I guess, their way of making it sound very new and fresh. And they've combined a lot of regions together. So the new international event, they've confirmed it starting in 2025. Each of the 5 regions will qualify a team for the international round of the tournament in March. A team. Apparently, this international event is very similar to MSI in the past. Not the new version of MSI, but like 2020 and 2019 MSIs. Each region plays against each other in a series of matches. The top 4 teams from the stage will advance to a knockout bracket to determine the champion. Now, I hope with Fearless Draft being enabled, it's not a best of 1 Rumble stage fucking dog shit, okay? Just give me instant brackets with double limbs or some shit with Fearless Draft. Also, the Fearless Draft they do, I hope it's hardcore Fearless Draft. Hardcore Fearless Draft is whatever you play and they play, you can't play next game. I don't want soft Fearless where whatever you play, you can't play next game, but you can play what they played. It's kind of cringe. All right, the 3-split structure. This is going to happen now. I think a lot of people have brushed over the 3-split format because honestly, I think this 3-split format has been a bit of a failure for me in terms of viewership in the LEC. It's taken away a lot of enjoyment for me, the 3-split format. It feels like there's so many games that I get tired of it quickly, and the games are so much more meaningless that it means less to me. So the worry I have for this is if LCK, for example, takes the 3-split structure, that means that they only get 1 roadshow. right? Because LCK is not going to pay for 3 split finals in 3 arenas across like 6 months. That is not happening. It just basically means that summer will have a cool roadshow with a big arena and amazing production, and it'll look great. But spring and winter, they probably will just do it from the studio as well, I imagine. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what's happened to the LEC. That's what happened to the LCS. Like, you get one roadshow at the end of the year that you all have to look forward to, and that's it. The benefit is you have an international tournament instead. So, yeah. But I like I love domestic play. I love the idea of like domestic LCK spring finals and huge venues. I get that you're being rewarded now with an international event as a roadshow, but yeah. The Americas are being changed. So basically what's happened is, I think they've done something similar to basketball where they have 2 conferences. So what Riot will have is the Northern Conference and the Southern Conference, basically. And each of these conferences will have like 6 teams, right? And they've kind of taken LLA and put them in both conferences. They've given LLA 1 team in the Northern, 1 team in the Southern. And they've given a guest slot as well, which basically is actually quite interesting. The guest slot will be a team that competes in the leagues. Oh no, it's 8 team. Sorry, yeah, 8 team. You're right. It's 6 existing partner teams, 1 LLA team, and 1 guest team. So each conference will have 8 teams. The guest team is basically any team that can promote. So tier 2 can come through into tier 1, and you can qualify for LCS through NACL if you have a good roster, which is really cool. Especially, I wonder, it kind of makes sense to me now that all these teams were investing in NACL, you know? Like, you have OTK in there, you have, isn't Moist in there, Disguise Toasts teams in there. Kind of makes sense that people have NACL teams now. It actually gives them a way to go through. So TLDR, there's 8 teams now for CBLOL area, which is the Southern Conference, and LCS area, which is the Northern Conference. I wish I could show. So yeah, basically they're axing Brazilian teams down to 6, plus an LLA team, plus a guest team. Same thing for LCS. Which teams are leaving the LCS? I have no idea. There's 8 currently. It's going to be moved down to 6, and then that LLA and the promotion team. I would guess it's probably Immortals. The rumor is that it's 100 Thieves might be leaving, apparently. But it's probably Immortals and 100 Thieves and Dig. Probably those 3. I would say 2 of the 3. So the way the format will work is that teams will compete within their conferences. So the LCS will happen with an LLA team and a guest team. The top performers of the conferences will play cross-conference, and a single team from the conferences will qualify to the new global tournament. In Split 2, the top team from each conference secures a slot at MSI. So basically, LCS has lost an MSI spot. MSI, you'd have LCS 2 teams go, right? But now, because it's the 2 conferences, which is the major region, the top 2 teams from each conference goes to MSI. What you've basically done here is you've given Brazil a major region slot, but you've taken away 4 of their partner teams in the region. So the problem I have with that is Brazil, no offense, was never good internationally in the last like 6 years. They're just gonna rock up and lose, okay? But domestically, Brazilian passion and like the domestic rivalry was everything for Brazil. Like, Brazil was just founded on like shit talking each other domestically, insane like rivalries between teams. Just cutting it down just makes it harder for it to thrive in its own domestic world, its own domestic bubble. Giving it international slots is not going to change the region that much, I think. But anyway, there's a slot at MSI for both the Americas. An America's Regional Championship will determine 3 teams going to Worlds with at least 1 team from each conference. So basically, LCS has lost a World slot as well, okay? So what it's saying here is there's going to be a cross-regional conference playoffs bracket, I presume, like a big one. But 1 team from each conference will go. So again, Brazil has a World spot. LCS can only at most get 2 spots if they win. So LCS lost a World spot, they lost an MSI spot, they lost 2 partner teams. But now they've got this cross-region play, which hopefully is going to bring more viewership, I guess. The thing that annoys me is LCS performs internationally almost better than Europe for the first time in years by beating us twice. And LCS viewership is slowly on the up. Mark Z was cooking, yeah? Give him time. He's only had a few like half a year. Give him time, let him cook. You give him 6 months, and now what? You've just changed the entire system. Viewership wasn't up. It was up a little bit, wasn't it? I swear it was up like 10% or some shit. And Mark Z was trying to bring in all these things possible to like make it more fun and entertaining. I feel like people were more excited for LCS, but now it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter what you think. It's the new formats. Also, they've changed like the wild cards of like SEA kind of. They've merged it all into APAC, Asia Pacific. So the regions like VCS is gone. You know, you've got Hong Kong, Taiwan, Macau, the LJL, the OCE, SEA gang. Basically, they've merged them all together. They've merged them all together. Regular inter-regional competitions, diverse matchups, fresh rivalries. 8 teams will be planned for the league. This one sucks, but it doesn't surprise me as much with like Oceania kind of tanking, Vietnam having its win trade problems and tanking. I'm not sure how LGL performance was. I feel like LJL was probably doing fine by itself. But I guess this is their way of having like APAC and then having all of the teams be able to compete each other. Now, if I were to guess, I would say that PCS is going to run this. VCS, PCS are probably going to run this. LJL might be a little bit competitive, but OCE is fucked. Basically, what this is saying is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-ish regions, 8 teams. You're getting almost 1 team per region. OCE is fucked. This is probably the last nail in the coffin for OCE. Not only can they not compete in the first place, but now have they lost the LCO? Is that it? The LCO is gone? Is that it? It's gone? So that sucks. Adjustments to international event slots with the potential reorganization into 5 regions: the Americas, the LEC, the LCK, the LPL, and the APAC. Riot Games is reconsidering the allocation for international slots. Basically, they need to figure out a way to get more slots for teams or some shit. So, what do you think? Is it good? Is it bad? I think LCS didn't need this yet, maybe in a year. Brazil got fucked. The whole wildcard system is now fucked. We're on a 3-split format, which I think is not that good unless you change the format itself to give it more meaning, but I don't know how you do that. You might have killed a lot of road shows for these major regions to just 1 per year, but viewership might go up, which is what Riot cares about at the end. That's what they really care about. Number goes up, they're doing good. GAM CEO confirmed this will be the last season Levi will play. This is the last season of VCS and the last season for... Oh, shit. 6 hours for the LCK starts? Yep. Riot on Ahri skin pricing. What? There's a good opportunity to celebrate both iconic pro players and help cover the cost of esports. What is he yapping about? I don't get it there. This is a time where we believe we should really offer expensive versions of skins, akin to collector's editions. Those are created for a very small part of the audience that wants that sort of price point in exchange for a lot more exclusivity. Doing so will create frustrations from people who aren't interested in that price. We still think it's a needed thing as part of our work on making esports financially sustainable as part of our commitment and investment to the esports scene. Right, so they're saying that the Ahri skin is supposed to be expensive so they can target collectors but also fund esports. Hold up. Who's getting the money for the Faker skin? It's 30% to Faker, right? And then 70% to Riot. And they're going to use that money to fund esports? 30% to T1. But I swear, isn't some of the teams getting money from this as well? I swear, a lot of people might be surprised by this, but I think Faker's skin in the Hall of Legends selling, teams in the LCK get money for it as well. 30% goes to LCK teams, T1 and Faker. Hold up. Please tell me you mean 30% goes to LCK teams, 30% goes to T1, 30% goes to Faker, and 10% goes to Riot, right? You're not telling me that all of 3 combined are 30% and then 70% goes to Riot, right? Oh my. Well, chat, today is the 12th of June 2024, aka the day we ban Ahri. We do not stand for this fucking madness. NA beats EU for the last 2 years. Reward -2 LCS teams, -4 CBLOL teams, -4 LLA teams, -1 LCS, and -1 MSI and World Slot. Row! All major regions getting Fearless Draft. Going in 2025, Riot will introduce Fearless Draft to its Tier 1 regions. As well as international events. Wait, what? Where the fuck did it say that? Wait, when did it say that Riot's introducing Fearless Draft to Tier 1 regions? Did it? In the dev update, really? Oh shit, yeah, we haven't watched that yet. Oh damn! It's crazy, you know? Actually, you know who the biggest loser of all of these fucking changes and Fearless Draft coming into major regions are? It's the coaches. Now, the coaches' jobs just got a lot harder, and they actually have to prepare a shit ton. They can't just prepare Lucian, Nami, Zeri, Lulu and say, we'll just trade. Nope. That's game 1, buddy. What you gonna do game 2 now, idiot? What you gonna do, huh? They've re-visualized the mastery emotes. Wait, is that because everyone was complaining how dog shit it looked? They've remade it? Yo, chat, I don't know what it's gonna look like. Isn't that level 1 mastery? I swear level 1 mastery looks trashy always.